Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I thought I'd just address something for some folks who have Mototrbo radios. When you go to actually work on Mototrbo radios, they've got these screws that are right in back here. This particular radio, some moron engraved these letters into this housing. Otherwise the housing's not bad. You know, nice housing, but you got this engraving crap on here. Well, I've got I've got housing kits, and so what I've done is I've gone ahead and rehabbed the radio. It does have some engraving on the back, but that's minimal. But one thing about Mototrbo radios is they take screws, these Torx screws. I think they're Torx, I'm not sure, but they're actually different screws. Those screws strip out really easily, and I use one of these. It's, I don't know, like a security set to get those out, and I think it's just a Torx, I'm not sure. Focus. But anyway, they strip out, and it doesn't take much to make them strip. They're just made out of real weak metal. But if you do run into this problem, if you're rehousing a radio, best thing you can do is to pick up one of these. It's a DeWalt mini clamp. You can get any brand you want, but what you do is I use a small rag and I put the teeth in here, seat the radio in between it. Then I pull the trigger till the pressure builds down just enough I need to get it back further. Just enough to keep this down and tied in place. So since I'm down it's been a while since I've done these videos, but since you're down that far, chances are you won't have that much pressure building up on the back of this back plate, and you'll be able to get these screws out. The only other way to get these screws out is with a set of screw extractors, which really sucked. The screws are 79 cents a piece. The shipping was $5. I got them from Two Way Radio Parts. This is a little bastard that got the screws out. You have to drill, and then you have to use the extractor. You can pick these up anywhere. They come in like a set of 4. But I had to do that. The radio looks good as new. When you put the screws in, you keep the clamp on, you keep the pressure on, and there's a seal that goes around each hole of each screw hole, and actually the screw goes through the ring that goes around the radio, but you got to make sure that that's not obstructed. But then you just let go of the clamp once you're done. You haven't marred up your radio. If I can get this damn clamp off. There we go. You haven't marred up your radio, and you have, you know, a real nice brand new looking radio. This is a VHF Mototrbo. By the way, I'm getting oh, and while you're in there, you know, if you want to mark your radios, you can get a UV ID pen and a little light, and you can UV ID the inside of the case. And you know, I mean, if somebody is going to steal your radio, the first thing they're going to do, and you see it on eBay all the time, is they grind these, anything you have on there, they put it on a grinder and grind it off. So there's no point in even dealing with engravings. Don't do that. Go on the inside of the radio. You can put a label on here. You go onto the inside of the radio, you can put a label on here with your name or whatever, and you know, it's a good marking system. You know, they're not going to open the radio, they're not going to know the ID's there, but you will. And you know, keep track of the serial number, of course. But I'm waiting on the screws. They should be here probably early next week. 75 cents a screw ain't bad. But yeah, you know, you've got to have those clamps work wonders to keep this seated in, and keeps the pressure off the screws while you're tightening down and loosening. So a good thing to have is one of these clamps. They're cheap and they're easy to get. Anyway, oh, I got a couple 7550s that I'll show you. They're in rough shape, but they're not. They're supposed to be operational. Came with chargers. They're UHF, and I'm kind of looking forward to having those because I've never had a Mototrbo XPR7550. They do the whole UHF split, 403 to 520, I believe. That's going to be nice. But these, I've got some of these coming in. I've got some brand new ones in the box, but I've got those slated for fire station. They need to check on their infrastructure. But I've got some radio cases from Mototurbos. I'll try and turn you on to some of that when I get a chance. But yeah, the radios I bought came with they're brand new in the box. Came with an antenna, dust cover, batteries, battery, belt clip, all the paperwork. Really, really nice, top shelf. But if you have an old ratty radio you want to rehouse, take the pressure off by using one of these. And you know, these are non-marring, by the way. Anyway, that's really all I got to say. If you get a chance, pick up some of these bits. They're insulated screwdriver bits, but if you're working on the inside of radios and you don't want to mar things up, that rubber comes in handy. And you can pick up any insulated screwdrivers anywhere. These just happen to be interchangeable, and they're very positive and they work very well. You can find these on Amazon. You click in and you've got a good insulated screwdriver. They're only rated for 500 volts, but I'm not planning on getting near 500 volts. But tools are nice to have, and you've got to, you know, if you need a third hand sometimes, one of these clamps does wonders. Take it easy, guys. Hope you're doing well. Radio sales are going good. Thanks for your business, and I'll get some more videos out when I get a chance. I've just got a lot going on right now. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Later on.